Now, I've heard the saying, I mean, a lot of us say that when we say dress the way you want to be addressed. Dress the way you want to be addressed. And, well, of course, we know that dressing is very important. You know, it adds to your beauty. You know, when you're going out and someone sees you well dressed, and of course, there are different aspects of dressing. And talking about the way you ought to dress for every occasion, you don't mix it. You know, you'll make sure that your dressing is occasion specific or place specific. And then, of course, talking about how you put accessories together, how they come out, you know, the fashion and all that. Now, what do they mean by saying dress the way you want to be addressed? They're saying that, okay, the way you want people to talk to you, that means it's either you're dressing real nice. They usually use it to talk about when somebody is modest or when somebody is well dressed, covering his body properly, or when somebody is dressing rough, when somebody is dressed like a criminal, when somebody is nonchalant in his dressing, when somebody is dirty, you know, when somebody is dressing so poor and, you know, in rags and all that. So they will tell you, dress the way you want to be addressed, because the way you dress, it shows the way people want to, you know, how people will treat you. There are people who just dress, you know, they dress so nicely and you can't help but notice them. But I tell you, these days I'm really wondering, I'm like, is it really true? Does it really apply? I'm telling you, I know what I saw that made me to think this. So because the way the reasoning of this word now, the logic of this word, the moral of this word, everything seems like it's turning upside down. You will see that the person who is dressing in a particular kind of way is the one getting all the attention. Nobody likes to be ignored. Do you understand? And for example, you are a lady, you're covering your body properly, you know, you're just normal. And then you see one girl wearing a mini or something, and she goes into a place and everybody's after the girl, or she's wearing such a tight dress that is noticeable and everybody's after that. Now you might say, okay, not everybody is talking well of the girl, but you know, in this world now, it is the most talked about person that gets all the attention, that gets all the money, that gets all the job. Now you might say my logic is flawed though, but really, if you come to think of it, that's why people say that not all publicity, or people say that all publicity is good. All publicity is good. But what I'm trying to say is that the way things are nowadays, sometimes you need to question the kind of things they tell us. You know, in those days, you see somebody, like I went somewhere and the pastor was telling a story of how the pastor of the church, particularly that went, was telling the story of how one Igbo billionaire, you know, he called and said he wanted to do an investment. But when he came, he was just wearing shorts and looking so only God knows how he was looking, according to what the pastor said, that to the extent that when the guy picked, he showed him the different investment, and the guy picked, I think, 94 million, and then he was saying, are you sure that you might want to go for the lower one? No, the Igbo man said no. He was doubting until the Igbo man, you know, transferred some money and told him to go to the bank to collect the rest of the money from his officers, and called his officers. So he was able to get 94 million from that person who was short. He was not looking like somebody respectable. So that's why, you know, in this world now, you just have to be careful. It's not the way people dress that you address them. I don't believe in that logic anymore. It's not the way people dress you address them. I've fallen into that trap once. I went to a radio station some years back. I was because I'm actually into media, so I went there. I was looking for a job in the radio station. A man was talking to one of the staff, and the man was looking casual. I was wearing a jean, was looking like in fact, in Igbo land, I would say, was looking like a boy, Nwa boy. He walked and he went past, and then I now went to the lady and greeted her. The lady that was dressed respectfully, and greeted her. I was like, hey, excuse me, I'm looking for a job in your station. I said, the person that just passed is my CEO. I said, oh my God, your CEO? If you follow the saying that dress the way you want to be addressed, or you say, okay, somebody follows that saying, and you see somebody on the road, the person is wearing a short jean, and you want to talk to the person anyhow, you see the person, you look down on the person like, this person don't get money, that's why he's dressed like this. Go and do that now. You will find out that your destiny helper is the person you are talking to anyhow, the person you're looking down on, just like I did that day that I lost the job. Just imagine if I had seen the man that was dressed in casually, I didn't look down on him, say, this one our boy. I had gone to him and said, good afternoon, sir. My name is so and so and so. What do you think would have happened to me? I would have gotten a job at once. So, my advice for you in 2025, please, I beg, not only 2025, adopt it as a policy of life. That no matter how the person looks, because the person might not know how to dress, or the person might want to disguise himself, or the person might just want to experiment, or the person might not even care the way he dresses. You don't know if that person is actually, the billionaire you're looking for, the husband that you're looking for. Hey, God. Let me tell you another story of a girl in my church. This one is serious matter. Ow! Very, very painful. Even me, I'm crying for Hattie today, because I tell you, this girl's story will make you feel very bad. There was this guy in the church. The guy's shoe was always, there was this kind of shoe the guy was wearing in church. He came to meet the sister and like, I want to marry you. Imagine, this sister was a fashionista. Hey, you need to see the way she used to dress. Fashionista extraordinary. The shoes, the clothes, they all match and all that. They all match. So would you believe that this guy now went to the lady? Would you believe that this guy now went to the lady and said, I want to marry you? This lady was like, with this shoe? This is your shoe that turns upside down. Me, I'm not going to marry you. The guy went to the pastor and told the pastor, see, I'm interested in this lady. Pastor called her and said, come, this guy is interested in you. Come now, come and marry. I think he's a good brother. Come and marry him. He has a bright future. She said, with this shoe that is like this, with his belt that is tying up, without getting to know the brother. Meanwhile, I didn't know the brother was working in an oil company that time. He was working in an oil company, but he didn't know how to dress. She now said, I'm not marrying you. Would you believe that? This brother went to another sister, married her. You needed to have seen the wedding. Oh my God, we're crying for this sister that missed it. My God. And the last time I saw her, she was still not married. All because the guy did not know how to dress. So forget it. Bullshit that saying that dress the way you want to be addressed. Please respect everybody you see, because you don't know who the person is. Look at the lady I just told you now. She missed her destiny helper. She missed her husband. And the guy followed her. The guy loved her so much. But because the guy didn't know how to dress, was wearing beds, was carrying bed up, I was very sure that was looking like this. Not because he didn't have money, but because he didn't know how to dress. Not everybody knows fashion. Not everybody cares about fashion. Not every rich man dresses well. In fact, some people who spend millions in clothes, some of them are very poor men. Let me just tell you, some are very poor people. It's only poor people, not only Sha, I can't lie. A lot of people are interested in looking good. Yes, it's good to look good. It's good to look good for the occasion, but don't use it to judge people. If you use it to judge people, you are going to miss your destiny helper. Yeah. Oh yes. So this is where I'm going to stop. Okay. So what has been your experience? I like you. I like you to always tell me, okay? What do you think about what I just said? What do you think? Have you noticed that? Does this sound logical to you? Have you had that experience? And make sure you comment, and make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe to this channel. I'll be back again very soon. Stay tuned.